"You'll die if you don't start eating more." These were the chilling words that echoed in my mind when my doctor diagnosed me with anorexia nervosa, a life-threatening eating disorder that kills more people than any other mental illness. As a teen growing up in Hong Kong, where there is strong and widespread stigma around mental health, I'd simply never heard anyone talk openly about mental illness. I didn't even know what an eating disorder was, let alone how I was going to start recovering from one. I felt completely terrified, misunderstood, and voiceless. My first glimmer of hope emerged when I started to read books and articles written by other people who had survived eating disorders. However, there was something that was missing for me, and this was that none of these stories had been written by someone from Hong Kong. You see, at least 62% of Hong Kong people choose not to reveal their mental health diagnoses for fear of belittlement, judgment, and discrimination. Talking openly about mental illness, it just simply wasn't the norm, and I was so scared of what could happen if I dared to share my story. And so, I decided to start small. I began documenting my experiences in a journal, which I later turned into a book for a high school project. And to my thank you. And to my great surprise, this book won an award at school, and more importantly, it sparked conversations about body image, eating disorders, and mental illness amongst my school community. I was really encouraged, and so I took the next leap. I started a blogging platform called Banter, which invited Hong Kong youth to spark conversations about body image. And soon, I began to hear from young people all over Hong Kong. People shared their stories of hope, pain, struggle through poetry, artwork, and videos. One young woman shared with me that after she wrote a reflective poem for Body Banter, she finally realized that she needed to seek support for her disordered eating. She went to see a therapist for the very first time. And today, she's living in recovery. A young man told me that after reading submissions on Body Banter, he recognized symptoms of an eating disorder in his sister. And equipped with his new knowledge, he convinced his sister to access timely and life-saving treatment. Thank you. And today, Body Banter has grown from that online platform to the only registered mental health charity in Hong Kong that sparks conversations about body image. Thank you. I've delivered 2 TEDx talks, published 2 research articles in international journals, and spoken to over 10,000 people globally about body image and mental illness in the Hong Kong context. The platforms like BBC, Deutsche Welle, and Channel News Asia have featured my work. But most hearteningly, I regularly receive messages from young people from the US, the UK, and Canada telling me that I've given them language to talk about things that they thought were too taboo. Parents and educators, they reach out too, and they share about how my work has helped them support and empathize with their children and their students about body image issues. And they tell me that they wish their younger selves had access to similar support too. Even today, there are times where I'm not really sure whether I can speak up. But then, I remember how voiceless and how lonely I felt in that doctor's office that day. And I recognize how empowered and supported I feel today after years of sharing and listening. And then I feel ready again to get out there and speak up. Thank you. Stigma. It thrives in secrecy, and it shrivels when we share our stories. Through telling our stories, we are lending language. We offer each other the words and the opportunities to spark conversations about things we once considered unspeakable. And this, my friends, my One Young World friends, this is our way of prioritizing our mental health. We're creating a disco ball of all of our stories, where our broken pieces, they come together to create collective hope and light. Thank you.